Yo, what is up, you guys? So welcome back to another plugin hunt video. So this is kind of a guitar episode because we have guitar instrument and an amp for it. So we're gonna make our clean guitar strings sound pretty cool in a sec, and then we also have a panner on top of that. So let's just switch over to that. So I'm just gonna start where everyone wants me to start. We're just gonna hear the guitar instrument first, so we're just gonna get rid of everything else so we can just hear this by itself. So some cool things to note about this is we have reverb that works. So I've used an instrument. Sometimes in these sampled instruments, you don't have working reverbs, even though it comes included. So that's a bonus. Then we also have different types of guitar, like acoustic, nylon, steel. So we'll get to hear those in a bit. We have some different velocity modes. Range, I'm pretty sure this is velocity range because if you put it at the top, then you're able to hit what seems to be the maximum velocity. And down here, so it's just a way to limit your velocities. That's what I'm guessing from the little time I played around with this. Then we also have polyphonic, monophonic, and legato. I don't know why you'd want mono for this, but it's there. The legato one's kind of interesting. If I was like, what? How could I use that? And if you kind of vocode it with some other stuff, it can actually be pretty cool. But for the most part, I'm just going to be using the polyphonic. And then we have our attack, decay, sustain, release. So let's just hear this now. Okay, so you got to hear this by itself, and now what I'm going to do is bring the Boogie X into this. So you guys know I like Voxengo a lot, great company, tons of great free plugins from them. So what I'm going to do is just use a normal acoustic clean preset from here, and I'm going to use the amp of this to kind of make it sound a little bit more like an electric guitar. And you can see how if we change the different types of simulation here, different types of mics, different positions on the amp, we get different results, and it really matters. So setting up a session for a live band, usually the engineer chooses the mics he wants and positions them exactly right. So that's usually what takes the setup time so long, just getting the right mic placement. So it's kind of cool. You could just browse through it. And if we had better guitar samples or a real guitar, we could probably get more use out of this. So for being a free plugin, it's actually really awesome. And then here we just have the amp control, so you can see how it's just changing that a bit. So let's actually now just move on to Pancake. So you might be thinking, how are we going to use a panner plugin to make this guitar sound a little bit more authentic? So just listen to this first. So what we're going to do is just set this LFO to 1/4 it's synced to our grid, and then we'll see the wave come through here, and it's going to just kind of pan it slightly according to this. And of course we have a mix knob here, we have some MIDI stuff we can do here. Then we can also just select from different types, so we can have multiple of these going on, and we can kind of shape the wave a little bit more here and draw it in and all that. And then we have the beat syncs and all sorts of features for the LFO, so you're not limited to just any one of these. You can change each one and then select it there, and it's kind of, it's a really good plugin. Cable Guys make some really awesome plugins like this. Alright, so you saw how I used it there, and of course you can go crazy with this kind of panning plugin, as long as you have your rate set right to your grid and you kind of just draw whatever you want. You can just automate the plugin on and off for certain parts and get really cool stuff. So this is like one of those plugins that you go automation crazy with. So really cool plugin for being free. Even like looking for plugins that do similar things that you would buy, I still think this is one of the best ones you can get, and it's free. So of course I'll leave all the links down below. So thanks guys for watching, and of course, let's